so here's the last cup, and it's for the Perv, Ghislaine Maxwell. It's been a while since I've done a cup on her, but here she is. Hasn't changed. If you go back to my other cups for her, that's exactly what she looks like. That's her right there. Now this lady here, I don't know if she is going to injure her arm, some sort of injury in her chest area where the arms are, or is they're going to put her in a straitjacket. I can't tell, but something to do with her arm, like that, this, like that, or like this. She's almost like that in some areas that I do, but I see her in the cups here. I do the readings. So she's worried. More things are going to come out about her. And I see 3 women. Now one of the women is coming. So Ghislaine is in Brooklyn. That's almost at the very eastern point of the United States. And this woman is coming from either further east, even further east. So I'm going to say Europe. So she's coming from like Europe. And it's this woman coming from further east. And these 2 other women that are coming from the west. And when I say west, I know that Australia is, and all those areas are out in the east. But in relation to Brooklyn, they're flying, they're like coming from the west. They're flying in from the west part of the country. So these people are either in, there's one that's in Australia, so that's why I think one of them is her, but there's another one, I don't know where this woman is from. So maybe from the center or from west of Brooklyn, in, Midwest or further west of Brooklyn. 2 women from the west and 1 from the east coming to declare or testify against her. And they're meeting this man here, who's a young, tall, dark gentleman, who I think is a lawyer. So they're meeting with him. And then there's another woman also. And she is not coming to testify, but she's not coming during this particular trial. But there's a 4th woman, and she is staying in the country that she's currently located in, but she is doing phone calls and writing and back and forth with him. So there's actually 4 women. 3 will probably be at the hearing or the trial, and then another one won't. But she will be represented by this lawyer on the next round of indictment or trial. And this is where this Taza, it gets very confusing. This was one of the most confusing Tazas, but it took me a while to crack it. But I'll put up a map to show you because I had to Google Earth it. So here's what I'm talking about, guys. So you see the Perv is down here. This is where her jail is. MDC in Brooklyn, Metropolitan Detention Center. And across the water straight, you can see the Statue of Liberty right here. So she's here. And you can probably see the statue from where she is. Let me see if I could do a satellite. So there she is. And here's the Statue of Liberty. I'm sure you can see the statue from where she's staying. So here is a jail. Here is a jail. And in this is, I think this is where Ghislaine Maxwell is. Because here you have, see that down there? What that is to me is the Statue of Liberty. You see the stand where she's standing, and then it's a statue, but it has the body of a woman. Sorry, I have the mirror image, and it's so hard for me to point in the right direction when it's mirrored. So she's got the body of like a woman. You see the waist, the hips, and she has her arms raised. And on top of her, there's like two people. So I'm thinking people are going to start protesting. Remember how I said that people are, instead of riots, they're going to do little groups of protest? So there may be some people protesting against her. And there's someone, in relation, the protests and the problems are in relation of someone that died in that jail. So we know who that is. El Sucio, the creepo. Jeff, you know who, E. So I don't know what's going to be happening in her jail, but there are going to be demonstrations and protests and things like that around there. And then even there might be some sort of brouhaha with smoke. There might be fire or chaos or rumble or a prison revolt. I don't know. Some crap with the prison here. There's smoke there. And you see the water. You see how this statue is here, and it's everything around it is water. You see the choppiness of the water there. Even you guys can see that, for sure. And you see that jail across up here. She might be injured, or she'll take advantage of it to say she's injured. So some brouhaha at the prison. Some phone calls will be made, and like I was saying, when I made the cups, I basically prayed to show me the connection, if any, between Ghislaine and the creature, Trumpo. And so here's a phone call. And guess what? Look at him. That's him. And then it came out on the news a few days ago that he was looking to pardon her, and he was asking his aides and people, what did she say about me? Did she say anything about me? Did she mention me? And he was trying to figure out if he could pardon her. And about a year ago, he said that he wished her the best. He wished her well or something like that. So there he is. He makes the phone call, and he goes to see her. And so here she is again with her arms folded. I don't know if she has her arms folded because she's pissed off at him, if she's in a straitjacket, or if she broke an arm. But you can see she has her back turned, her face is that way, her arms are folded, and she looks angry, and she's dismissing him, like ignoring him. And here he is with his bionic toupee, that he paid all that money to get it. And he's bending over. You see him bending over like this, like, please, please don't say anything about me. Don't do it. We're going to help you. We're going to get you out. Da, 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 da. And it's about someone that died. Again, you see the person dead here on the floor? Yeah, my goodness. She has a lot of secrets, so her cups are a little bit hard to understand. Now here, you have like men. She always has like men. Now this guy, it's a guy, but he's kind of effeminate maybe. He's looking out. These two guys are like looking out for her fortune, for her money. And there's some secrets regarding money. You know how she might have stolen money from Jeffrey, or she has some stolen money hidden somewhere, or she's saying she doesn't have money and she does. I don't know. There's some weird secret with a fortune. And it's a fortune from different countries. It's not just the US. It's 1, 2, 3. I don't know. A lot of places. There's documents and issues where the money come from different places. I've always noticed that she has some sort of weird money situation. I don't know what they did. Where does that money come from? And you have, I think these are her brothers. One is taller than the other, and they're looking out for her. And again, I see a lot of like different places, secrets from different parts of the world. Things are going to be blowing up with her. Holy cow. Not looking good. But so for her, so I like the way that this comes out. I'm going to put up a stock picture of some sort to explain it to you. He's like begging with his head down, please, please. And she just has her arms crossed and her back turned. And you see that phone call, they're going to make that arrangement. That arrangement. That's a phone call to go to that jail. He's going to be traveling. So now we know when we see him traveling to New York, we know what he's going to be doing. We know what the creature's up there for. That's what he's most afraid of. And there's going to be people protesting. I wouldn't. Okay, so like in the Giuliani Cup, people turning against him, against them because of the grifting. But also for this, I think people are going to be like disappointed. His followers, things are going to come out that they're going to be embarrassed. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And he doesn't want it to come out, obviously. He's begging her. And I guess she'll try to get as much benefit for herself out of that than we can imagine. She may be saying, well, if you get me out of here, if you transfer me over somewhere, if you find a way to have me be pardoned, something. That's the conversation here with those two. Yep, and those are the three tazas. Hi, everybody. I forgot to add to the video, so it's me, but from the future. And then the other thing is with Ghislaine Maxwell, she's also going to talk because she has her back turned, kind of like Bill Barr had his back turned against Trump at one point, remember? And then he talked. She's even worse. She's going to come up with a vengeance. So you guys, yeah, she's going to talk. And I think that after that happens, a lot of his fans, a lot of the MAGA crowd is going to be embarrassed and kind of exiting. A lot of them in droves. Obviously not the whole lot. We all know how that goes. Even if he saw them, even some MAGA people, even if they saw him eating a baby, they'll be like, oh, no, he had it coming, something. So, yeah, that's sorry, I forgot to add that to the cup. I get carried away sometimes, so I'm just reshooting it. And then stay tuned because I'm going to do another cup on Matt Gaetz as well. I had done one on him a little bit ago, and it's been almost a month since I did it, so it went back, the heat melted it back, and I never got to shoot the video, so I'm going to have to redo a new one. So that's coming, and I hope to have it up in the next few days. I'm trying to come back to my regular schedule. Things are a little better, just a little. Yeah, so that's just what I wanted to add. I'm going to do some card readings without the tazas coming up at some point, because I wanted to do a reading on Putin. I'm going to do a taza on him as well, but I got a feeling like there's going to be like some earthquakes up in Russia, something natural, something to do with nature. Like there's something going to be happening with Putin. I was going to say Goop, with Putin. I remember I did a taza on him a while back, and it was like the fighting women from the Middle East, women fighting, Syria and all those places. And then this morning I read that the Afghan women from Afghanistan are now taking up in arms because the U.S. and now the Great Britain is leaving. So Biden and Boris are leaving. So they have nobody there to defend them, they feel. And so they're taking up arms and trying to fight the Taliban. So I think Putin might be sweeping in. I know that the Russians wanted Afghanistan since the 70s, 60s, and 70s. Mess. And I think now Putin is going to be sweeping in. I think so. I'm going to do a reading on him. And I think that it might be an earthquake in Russia, something to do with the ground. Earthquake or mudslide, I don't know. Up in Russia. And as well, you guys, I don't mean to scare you, but I think also the Grand Canyon. I gotta do a reading down there. I don't know who. I need a person so I could see the area. We'll figure that out. Also, Alan Dershowitz. Where is that guy? What is he doing? Wasn't he completely involved with the perv here with Ghislaine? Unbelievable. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm hoping to get back to the swing of things before I have another set of people staying with us. I think they're coming on. I have several people staying with us on the 27th. I think they arrive. They'll be here for over a week. So that's the other thing. I keep having people over, lots of people over. It's hard to do these readings. I'm not retired, you guys. I'm not. I wish. So, but thank you. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed the Tazas. And, God help us. Well, you be well, you and your family, your friends, your pets. All the best. Thank you.